Hi everyone, welcome to the Thrifty Jewel where life is full of second chances. I am Paula. So I have a confession. I am a thrifting addict. I love going to thrift stores. I thrift clothing items mostly, and I resell them on Poshmark and on eBay. I do like thrifting for myself as well. I thrift a lot of my own clothes and I thrift a lot of my decor that goes into both of my homes. I also love to do thrifting DIY projects, which has been a hobby of mine for years, and I've never really filmed that. And that is something that I am thinking about doing some filming of on this channel and show you some of the things that I do to either repurpose or to restore thrifted items that I find in thrift stores. I don't know why I've never really filmed that. It completely has everything to do with thrifting. It's just something that I love to do for myself, and it's very relaxing for me to do. And so I don't know, I just never really thought to grab the camera and film it, but I have been thinking a lot about it lately, so I think I'm going to start doing that really soon. I'm going to be showing you how I take items that I get right from the thrift store. What do I do with them when I bring them home in order to prep them to sell them on eBay or Poshmark? I get a lot of questions on whether or not I wash clothing items that I bring home to resell. It really depends on the item. So I'm going to show you that today. I have some sample items over here on my rack that I'm going to show you what I would do with this item when I brought it home from the thrift store, whether I'm going to wash it or not. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. And the first thing I'm going to start with is jeans and pants. To me, jeans and pants are the easiest clothing item to deal with. They're easy to bring home and get ready to resell, and they're easy to photograph. First of all, when I pick an item out at a thrift store, I always look it over really well in the thrift store and make sure the zipper works if it's a pair of jeans, and make sure that there's no buttons missing or anything like that. And I look it over for stains and tears and all of that. And if I feel that they are in great condition, because I only want to sell items that are in really great condition, unless they are a rare vintage item. I have sold rare vintage items that have stains on them, that have rips on them, just because they're rare and a desirable item. But if they're just an everyday clothing item, I really want to make sure that they are in great condition when I bring them home to start with. I even do a smell test in the thrift store. I always smell the item to make sure it doesn't smell of like heavy cigarette smoke or just that musty basement smell to them. And that's important to me because I have done that before, thinking I would throw that in the washer, and a lot of times the smell just does not come out no matter what you do. So I'm just going to talk to you today about some of the things that I do when I bring items home. After I check them out in the thrift store, I bring them home, I lay them out on a table, I look them over and make sure there are no more stains, no more rips. In jeans, you have to think of the inside crotch area. Sometimes that area gets worn and thin. And so if you hold it up to the light, you can see that it has been worn out. And you want to also check inside the pockets to make sure there are no holes in the pockets. If there are, you can either stitch them up or you can just put that in your description that there's holes in the pocket. So what I usually do if I have a pair of jeans, this is a pair of Levi's that I just picked up. These Levi's were very clean. They were in great condition. There was no stains on them. And the only thing that I found on these jeans were the threads on the pocket right here. You can see they're a little bit coming loose. I did put that in the description because I don't want anybody to have any surprises when they get it. I also took a photograph up close of that. But that is the only flaw I found on these jeans. Everything else, they were in absolutely great condition. So what I do with jeans like these, when I bring them home and they're not new with tags, I throw them in the washer. I look over them. If there's a little spot on them that I miss, I will take a little Tide to Go pen. I keep a few of these around, and I'll just treat the stain with this. And then I will just throw it in the washing machine and wash them and dry them. Then below me on the floor here, I might show you if I don't forget by the end of the video. I have a wooden floor. I bought this from Lowe's, and what it is, it's one box of flooring. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slats of wood that connect together, and it looks nice. It's like a grayish rustic look, I have carpet down here in my basement, and I have that little piece of flooring right here on my floor on top of my carpet, and I use that to do my flat lays on. I'll just lay these jeans down on this floor. It looks nice, and I will just take the pictures on that. I also put my mannequin on this floor, and it looks nice when I have like long dresses and that kind of thing. I'll show you that if I don't forget by the end of this video. And so that is what I do with jeans when I bring them home. Another example of pants is this really cute pair of J. Crew velvet pants. Look at these pants. They're so cute, and I think these are going to sell for the holidays. I was going to keep these for myself. I thought they would be really cute to wear for Christmas, but they're a little big on me now. I am in the middle of weight loss, and I know by Christmas these are going to be huge on me. So I went ahead and listed these, but these are dry clean only pants. I don't take clothes to the dry cleaners. I don't spend that money. I'm trying to keep my cost of goods as low as I can. So first of all, if I find something in the store that is dry clean only, I do the sniff test and I make sure that it is very clean. These are in excellent condition. They're very clean. I checked out the crotch area. I checked out the pockets. I won't buy a dry clean only item if it is smelly or if it is dirty and needs to be dry cleaned, unless it is something that is really, really expensive and I'm going to make a really good profit on it. I have done that in the past on a couple of vintage like blazers, but I don't typically do that. So this is my little tip for you on dry clean only clothing or items that don't have a tag on them. They're not new with tags, but they look like they're new with tags and you don't want to throw them in the washer. You can use Febreze. You can use zero odor eliminator, which I got on Amazon. And I will tell you, I've never really used this because I have read about people who complain that an item smells funny, that smells perfumey. And a lot of people don't like that. They like to get an item that smells like nothing. And so this to me, I spray it in the air and I smell it and it smells Febreze, kind of like powdery fresh, which some people would really like, but there are other people who do not like that. I tell you about a little tip that I learned. Someone I read about who used to work in the theater. You know, in theater, they are putting on shows nightly sometimes and they don't have time to get their costumes dry cleaned. So I read that this lady that used to work in theater, what they used was they took vodka. I don't drink it, so I don't need to have a very expensive vodka around the house. So I buy the $5 or $6 like little bottle, and I put it in a spray bottle like this, and I have it marked vodka cleaner, and I keep it in my box of goods that I keep up high because I do have grandkids that come over and they play in my house, and I don't want anything like this around. So vodka will take an item, even a thrift store vintage item that smells really, you guys know that thrift store smell that I'm talking about. Here in the middle of my basement, I have a little hook that's on the ceiling, and I will hang this in on the hook, and I will spritz the whole item all down the front, all down the back with the vodka. It takes the odor that's on the clothing item away. And then you just let it hang and dry overnight. When you go to smell that item, 99% of the time, I would say, I have had the smells completely gone. I will go over the next day and steam the clothing with my steamer, and that does any other kind of disinfecting or anything that you need to do on the clothing, and it takes out all of the wrinkles and it makes the item look really nice. These have absolutely no odor to them, and so that is why I like using the vodka over Febreze and the other scented items, because some people are really sensitive to perfumes and smells, and some people get headaches from them. Now, when I have a new with tags item, this is a really cute off-shoulder blouse that I got at a thrift store. It's so cute. I don't know why this hasn't sold yet, but this was new with tags. What I do with an item that I bring home that is new with tags, so I go over it and I check it out really good. I make sure there's no flaws. You're going to be selling this new with tags. So you're going to want to make sure that when the customer gets this, that it's like something that they bought brand new. And so I look it over really well. I smell it. It doesn't smell like anything. And then I will just hang this up and I will steam it. And then it's ready to go on the mannequin for photos. T-shirts, it depends. If you get a t-shirt and it looks like it's already been washed a few times, I would just go ahead and throw it in the washer, just like the jeans, and wash it. But this t-shirt that I got, it looks like it's brand new, but it does not have tags on it. It's really in great condition. And so I don't want to wash this because I don't want it to have a washed look to it. All I'm going to do with this is I'm going to run the steamer over it and it's going to be ready to go. So it all depends on if the item looks pre-owned or if the item looks brand new but it doesn't have tags, or if the item is new. So I want to talk to you a little bit about shoes. I try to thrift shoes that are in great condition and all they need is a really good wipe down. So I either use baby wipes, which work really great for wiping down items. I buy the ones that are mostly water. These work really good just for wiping the shoe down. Also disinfecting wipes like Clorox wipes, those work great too. And so what I normally do is I will just wipe down the entire shoe. You can see here on the shoe on the inside, there's a little spot right there. And I'm just wiping this little wipe on there and it comes right off. Wipe it off really good and make sure that it's clean. Don't forget the bottom of the shoe. I even take pictures of the bottom of my shoe in my photos, and nobody wants to look at dirt on the bottom of a shoe in a photo. So I'll just take the wipe and I'll wipe down the whole bottom of the shoe. This is an amazing little shoe tool, and I got this on Amazon. I have used this so much, but it has like a wire brush here. It has a soft brush here. It has these little edges here where you can run them inside the grooves of the shoes if there's anything stuck in the grooves and you need to get it out, and it works really good with that. So this is a great little tool to have on hand. If the shoe is canvas and it needs to be cleaned, I use this. This is upholstery cleaner. It's actually for cars. I will link this down below. Also works great for cleaning like canvas purses or cloth purses or like the tapestry purses. This works really good. You just spray it on and then you use a damp cloth just to wipe it off. You can also use a little soft scrub brush depending on the material of your item that you're cleaning and scrub it. I have this cleaner. This is a really good suede cleaner. I will link this down below too. I will link all the products that I'm showing you today down below. But this is a suede cleaner. You can see here I've used it a few times. Cleaner to use on suede boots or suede shoes or suede tennis shoes. These little magic erasers are also great to have. You just get this wet. If you have like a black streak on your shoes and you can't get it off, just get the corner of this wet and just rub it on the streak. That's really good at removing those kind of things off of shoes. Sometimes purses and shoes will have ink spots on them. I use this Amidex ink and stain remover. It works really good. It's almost like a gel. It works really good at removing ink. And so sometimes they'll have like a little mark on them, or even clothing items sometimes will have a mark on them with ink. Or you just put a little mark on there and do a little scrub on it and it comes out almost all of the time. I don't think I've ever had any kind of ink that this has not removed. If you do not have this in a pinch, you can do rubbing alcohol as well. That works really good on removing ink stains too. So leather shoes and purses, I love the Dr. Martens Wonder Balsam. Comes in a can like this and helps to hide scratches and flaws in the leather. It works really well. And so this is something that you need to have in your shoe and purse toolkit. This is something that I picked up, and this is a really cool vintage like shoe shine kit. In thrift stores, I will see half empty, these are really old, half empty shoe polish bottles and saddle soap and mink oil and that kind of thing. Here's a leather, soft leather cream. If I need like some brown shoe polish or some black shoe polish. And so I have worked on filling this. I also have a couple of shoe polish brushes. I don't like to spend a whole lot of time cleaning shoes. I just have this in case I have something vintage or rare that needs a little shine on it. And I will take the time and effort if it's going to bring a good profit. But most of the time, I like something that's very easy and quick. And I just wipe them down and I just take the little brush and I just get the bottoms of the shoe clean. Sometimes the shoelaces can be dirty as well. I have taken the shoelaces out of the shoes and I will just take a little bit of OxyClean and put it in a little bit of water in a little bowl. And I'll just put the shoelaces in the bowl and just kind of clean them with my fingers, rinse them off, let them dry, and then put them back in the shoes. They come out great. If you got a nice pair of suede leather boots that you might be making $100 on, yeah, then it's great. Then it is good to spend the time cleaning those up. I found a pair of vintage Nikes. They were from the late 70s. They were amazing. I'll see if I can find a picture of them, and I'll drop a picture here. Picked them up. They were really dirty. I cleaned them up. I washed the laces, and I really took my time with them, and I ended up selling them for $100, I believe, on Poshmark. And so that was worth the time and effort cleaning those shoes. So it just depends on what your item is. A few other things here I wanted to show you that I have in my cleaning kit. I have a clothing shaver. Sometimes an item will be really great and in great condition, but it might have a couple little peels on it. I'll use this. Be careful when you're using this. Don't press the fabric too hard when you're using this. You just have to lightly put it, rub it over the fabric, because there's little blades in here, and I have pressed on an item before and made a hole in the item. So you don't push this very hard. I learned the hard way. This one is nice because this one plugs into the wall to charge. It doesn't run on batteries. Another thing to have in your kit is a lint brush. I like to keep one of these right by my station when I'm shipping things out, and I will, when I take the item to fold it and put it in the package, I will run this over it one last time, make sure that there's no fuzzies on the item, whatever it is. Goo Gone is a great item to have in your kit, because sometimes you'll have stubborn, sticky things on your item, price tags or whatever, and this works great. Item that removes price tags is this great little gadget that I got on Amazon. It is a little heat gun, and this one is not super powerful. It's perfect for like little price tags or little stickers on items, a big hairdryer shaped one. And I've used that before. And if you get too close, you can burn the fabric on the item if you're trying to get something off. So I got this little one. It works great at heating up the little stickers so that you can peel them off very easily. That's basically what I do. I just don't put a lot of effort into cleaning items anymore. I just wanted to share that with you today. Be on the lookout for some future videos of some DIYs of things that I do with items that I find from thrift stores. I'm kind of excited about showing that in the future. I have a couple of other videos that I did where I went around my house at the lake. We have a place up at the lake, and I went around, I think I have 2, maybe 3 videos of going around and showing all the items that I have thrifted and decorated my house with. Go check out those videos so you can see some of the work that I have done in those videos. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on those. Thanks for watching my channel. Give me a thumbs up because it helps my channel out. I appreciate all of you, and I hope you have a great day. God bless.